that better? Is that better? That is better, huh? Can you hear me well, or just kinda? So here's the deal, you guys. With the free readings, the first 3 people that come onto the live, there you go, that's perfect. They will get a free reading because they're the first 3, right? They come onto the live, they type in the chat to make sure we know that they're the first 3, and then they get the free reading. So whoever the first 3 are, which are Sejal, Rinky, and Teti, let me know if I'm saying your name correctly or not. Those 3 people will get a free general reading. Okay, so generals, you don't get to ask a question, but you do get some insight for free. So that's what we're looking at here when we're talking about free for 3 for free. And so those are them. And after that, it's all by donation. You can ask 1 question for $5.55, 2 questions for $7.77, 3 questions for $11.11. And those of you who do donate $11.11 for 3 questions will also get a bonus tarot, bonus oracle reading. Okay, so that's that for tonight. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. Of course, I'm here to answer your questions, but it's all in the description as well. So check that out too. And stop asking, please, if you can be added, because there is no being added. It's the first 3 people here are free, and then the rest are by donation. So that's how you know you're added, because you've donated, and that's how you know your spot in line. Okay, so if any time earlier I had somebody donate and then kind of ask for a refund because it took too long to get to them. So please, before you donate, ask if that's an issue for you. Ask where the list, what the list is, so that you can, decide whether or not you actually want to do that. Okay, so okay, let's do the first 3 free. If you guys have a donation, please let me know that you donated, just in case I don't get notified for some reason. PayPal does not really notify me. CashApp does, Venmo doesn't either. So let me know if you guys donate, and I'll check it and make sure that you get your reading, okay? So first of all, thanks for liking this video. I appreciate you guys for liking this. It helps me out so much. So let's start with Sejal. Sejal, you have a free general because you're the first here. So Sejal, what's happening for Sejal today? What's in Sejal's energy today that he needs to know about, or pretty sure it's a he, right? He or she that Sejal needs to know about. There's this greed, or you want more, you want more, you want more, you can never get enough, and it's kind of getting old. It's something you shouldn't be. So, you shouldn't ask for so much. You shouldn't expect so much in a certain situation, and you're holding strong to this. It could be involved with a Leo person, or you could be a Leo, but if there's no Leo involved in any way, then just disregard that. But basically, I feel like it's also talking about stubbornness, like you're strong and you're standing in this, like your hands are crossed, you're like, this is what I'm doing. You're standing strong in that, and that's not something I feel like you should stand strong in. It's kind of like not a good look for you. It's kind of like a bad look. It kind of makes you look greedy. Being greedy makes you look greedy. Okay. There could be an offer that is coming to you about, work related or success, money, some kind of job or side gig or something. could be anything really, but I feel like it does have to do with money or stability, success, security, some kind of success here with the Pentacle. That's your opportunity. Somebody's bringing it to you, okay? Could be a Leo person. Could be like you have what you want, now you think. You're not taking... Okay, here's that stubbornness again, Sejal. Whatever this is, if it hasn't come in yet, that's why you don't know about it, but this is you not taking the offer. You're being too stubborn. This is you being stubborn and not taking or giving any offers handed to you. And you're making it so much harder for yourself by doing that. Like, you're doing extra work. You don't need to do the extra work. You don't need to put yourself through that. You can accept this opportunity. You know, for some reason you're not wanting to accept opportunities. You're being, like, stubborn about it. And I don't think that's a good move. You're seeming like you're good, you're too good, and it's not helpful for you. You know, it'd be helpful for you in the long run to accept this offer, this opportunity. It'll be better for you, so stop being so stubborn, okay? And then we have Rinky. Rinky, what is your general for today? Oh, use your better judgment regarding an issue. Something about again, it's kind of like the last one, but except I feel like this is talking about, you know, you are being stubborn about something. You're closed off to some idea. Use your better judgment on this one. I feel like it's similar to the last one. Something from the past, some memory from the past. And also talking about your security or being secure. You're like closed off to the idea why. You don't want the same cycles happening. We have Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups. Earth, water, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have something about commitment and collaboration to build this foundation. So working with other people is going to be important. You need to stay committed to building your foundation, committed to staying focused, committed to doing what you need to do to make sure that you have what you need. That's the building of the foundation, right? You need to save your money. You need to build and, you know, plan and follow through on your plans so that you can actually achieve whatever you're trying to achieve in regards to your foundation, whatever that security looks like for you, however much and what it, you know, to what extent. And there's something here you're closed off to. I feel like it's something about you becoming stable is something you're closed off to, and it reminds you of the past for some reason. I feel like, is there like a trigger or something happened where you're like not trying to go back there, or you're not trying to, you're fearing failure maybe, you're fearing rejection or something regarding your success, or but I feel like somebody is there to care at a distance and provide support, but they're not with you right now, but they are at a distance. And you just don't want it to be the same way it's always been. You don't want the same thing to happen, and that's what you're kind of seeing will happen. Like, I feel like there's a fear of failure, there's a fear of like some kind of rejection in success, or something isn't going to work out, you think, like because of something in the past that you don't want to even go there, or you're not trying because you're like not trying to you know, you're afraid to fail or something along those lines. Maybe it's a little bit different, but you know, that's the same message basically. You know what I'm getting at. So if you see it a little differently, maybe the way you say it is a little different, or the dialogue, you know, the way you explain it to yourself and see it in your own mind, but I feel like the same general message is there. So however you can fit that into your situation in your life right now, I feel like that's just kind of where you're at, and I'm not sure what's bothering you or why you're afraid of it, but that's what it seems to be saying to me. There's opportunities that you're not going to take, but you should. You're like afraid to succeed. And Teti, this is for Teti, general for Teti. There's a certain direction that something's going in, and maybe you think it's going nowhere, but it is going somewhere. Wheel of Fortune 2 popped out, so that's a good omen to the situation. Yep, see? The star. It could be an Aquarius person, but it could also just be saying, like, there's hope here. You know, have faith. Like, wherever you're going in the right direction. You know, you're doing the right thing. There's nothing wrong with where you're going, even if it feels kind of like that. Like, I feel like the star would come out to say, like, have hope, because, right, like, you're probably not having hope, or you're not having faith, or you're having doubts. But I feel like you shouldn't have doubts about whatever it is you're going towards. You're feeling bad about yourself, like you're not good enough, or maybe like you can't do something that you can definitely do. It's obvious here, showing that. You have to lean on your strengths. It could be a Leo person here as well, but you have to lean on your strengths. You know, you have to lean on your stability. You have to remember what are your strengths and start writing them down and looking at them every day. Like, remind yourself what you're good at, you know, like, pump yourself up, you know. You're gonna need to right now. For some reason, you're having major doubts about this, and that's why the star came out to say, don't have doubts, you're good, you know? You know, have faith, have hope, like, believe. This is going to be a good thing, and it could have to do with love. If it doesn't, it has to do with whatever this is. The result is going to be an overwhelming amount of good emotion. I mean, cups are feelings, and since this one is overflowing, you know, it's not like your cup is half full, it's overflowing with water. So I feel like that's obviously a good sign. There's going to be a lot that you are going to be happy about with this. There's the potential for that anyway, if you allow it. And you could really, it might actually lean towards a little bit of greed, actually, but it seems like you're going to get basically what you want, like, here, in a lot of ways. You know, you can really get what you kind of want here in this situation. This flew out. It could be a water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Either way, either you're caring for someone or someone is caring for you at a distance. Like, maybe whatever it is that you're receiving is from somebody who is at a distance, or it's some support, but the person's not with you or handing it to you. It's like they're mailing it to you or sending it to you through, like, your bank account or whatever the support is. It could just be emotional, but they're at a distance. So maybe you're talking on the phone, or there's some kind of support, you know, maybe they write you a letter, I don't know, but you just know that this person cares, but they're not with you at this time. And it says, you know what it's talking about. Like, basically, whenever I get this card reading for somebody, it's telling me that the person understands and resonates, or, like, can get what I'm talking about, you know? Like, this is, like, they're understanding what it means, or what it means to them. And the Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration. So maybe you're collaborating with this person to achieve something, or to kind of work together on something, but either way, compromise is going to be important. So make sure you're trying to do that and keep that maintained between whoever you were dealing with. And especially this person providing support to you, whether that's emotional, financial, whatever the support is. It's going to be important for you to work with this person. That's going to be your best bet here. You don't have to fight it or go against it. But it seems like you're kind of, like, stagnant right now. You don't exactly know how to take action. You don't trust something, and that's fine. I mean, you're just kind of, you're waiting until you have all the information you need before you take action. So that's fine. The Emperor shows Aries, or it shows basically, if not Aries, we're talking about, you know, you feeling very like you have to be in control, or like you have to have the power. Once you feel confident enough, you'll make that decision, or you'll make your move, and I think that's a good idea. Like, go ahead and get all the information you need before you take action. That's totally okay. Nothing wrong with that. Thanks, Teti. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Thanks, Sejal. Okay. Are there any Aries around? Who's an Aries out there? You know it is your season, right? It was meant to be. Since you're the only Aries here, I'm going to give you another reading. So, do you have any questions or anything specifically? Because I'll give you a full-on reading right now just because you're an Aries. Because it's your season. And don't everyone start chiming in, I'm an Aries, because the reading won't be right if I think you're an Aries and I'm doing the reading for you like that. And you're not. I'm not psychic, remember? I read tarot, so don't try to fool me. It's not going to work very well for you because I'm going to give you a reading that's not going to be accurate. Not purposely, but, you know, that's what I'll feel is accurate, but that'll really be accurate just for an Aries. And if you're not an Aries, then that's gonna be disappointing for you. So don't fuck with it. Don't try to mess around, play games and stuff. It doesn't work for you in the end. I mean, it doesn't affect me, you know. If you want me to do a reading based on a sign that you're not, that's the energy you're putting into the cards. Okay, so long distance and no contact. What's V's Libra intention towards me? Aries. Oh, you guys are opposite signs. Very different energies there. But you can, I mean, still, you know, it's not like it's just you're fucked. It's just that's a random pairing that I've never really heard of. Especially the Aries being the woman and the Libra being the man. I don't know if I've heard that before. So let's see. Actually, he's dealing with his karmic that manipulate him and don't give him a divorce because of money. Well, that's what he said. If he wanted a divorce, he'd get one, right? It's not like you're getting a divorce. It's like you get one, and that's it, you know? Be careful with those married men type stories. Those usually don't end well for people. Even if it's like that now, and maybe that is true, what you said, you know, what you said, he said anyway. But I mean, there's a reason. The statistic is 95% of married men do not ever leave their wives. So, doesn't matter what he's telling you. If he's in that 5%, you are fucking lucky, but I doubt, you know, the odds are just against you. I just, you know. How'd you find out it was his karmic? Because, you know, we have all kinds of karmic relationships all the time. They don't have to be romantic either. But I'm just saying, be careful, because married men bullshit, I don't buy it anymore. I didn't know it was a thing ever. Really. You know, because why would you know that? So that's why I'm telling you, because you probably don't know that either. Because why would you know that? You know, it's not like that's your type or something. So, I'm just letting you know. 95%. Okay. Let's look at, here, I'm going to get this deck out. Okay. What is the energy that you want to bring to her right now? Let's see the Aries. We want to know about her guy that she likes, or that V, this guy she's interested in. She wants to know his intentions towards her. Oh, that's a great question. What are his intentions toward her? His genuine intentions. Can we see what the energy of those are? What the energy of this Libra person's intentions are towards this Aries personality? Yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. So I feel like you need to use your intuition with this one, obviously. You know, trust your intuition. Be patient and you'll know. Okay. Optimism, exploration, and freedom. Okay. So this is their intentions toward you. Optimism, exploration, and freedom. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. They're hoping to find an escape in you. It doesn't say escape, it says exploration of freedom. So maybe they just need, you know, they've been married a while or whatever the case is, and they're over it, and they want to do something new and explore something different. Explore something better. I mean, at least that's what they intend to do, but it doesn't. Let's see what their intentions are toward you. What are his intentions toward her? What are this Libra person's intentions toward this Aries person? Open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Air. They're Libra. Libra is air, I mean. Mutable. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Maybe they are really ready for a change. I'm just saying 95% is, you know, not something I would put my money on. Just saying. But, you know, it is possible. It seems like it's genuine, but I just have doubts. But that's just me. I'm not going to think about it, right? It's like, this is what the cards say. Get mad at them if it doesn't actually happen that way. No, but this is what this is what it looks like is going to happen right now. Like, this is the case today, right now, here. If something changes that, then obviously get another reading. Pluto, transform. Because if anything changes, this is the energies of right now, today. So maybe right now it is genuine. Maybe it always will be. I don't know. But, I mean, I feel like that statistic. Let's not think about it logically. Let's just look at what the cards say, and that's what they say. So, shit. What can I say? I'm just telling you what the cards say. Like I do. That's what I do. Tell you what the cards say. If I was your friend, close friend, I wouldn't say the same thing the cards are saying. But you're not asking me. You're asking the cards. So, I don't always agree with what they say. But I don't know for sure, you know. Maybe that he's not an asshole. Or a guy who doesn't intend on not being married. So, let's see here. Tell me what she needs to know about this connection, about this person, this Libra person. It says, use your better judgment. Ooh, use your better judgment going forward, deciding the next path forward. These two sphinxes right here are going to go in one. He has to choose one of these directions. He can't choose both different directions that these sphinxes down here are going to take him, right? He's got to choose one path, this way or that way. So he's going to choose that carefully like Cancers do. They're careful, they're cautious, they're not impulsive and reckless. And he's going to go towards something, but he's going to have to choose a certain way. And you have to use your better judgment to do that. You have to think about this and think it through and use your, you know, common sense there, and your intuition, your judgment, you know. Because you could be headed towards a new beginning, or basically it could also possibly be a pregnancy. If that's not even possible for you, then, you know, obviously don't apply that. But if it is possible, then be careful. Or congratulations. I mean, whatever the case, however you see that, okay? These cards are very pretty. So basically here, yeah, you have a little bit of a situation on your hands. It could be a new beginning, a new start, but you're going to have to, like, think about this before you do it. Like, I mean, really think about it. Like, don't just go for it, you know? Like, consider why it looks promising, or if it doesn't, then, you know, don't go toward it, or decide, you know, that you're going to go towards something that doesn't look promising. And why would you do that? Make sure you trust it, is what I'm saying. Like, don't just go toward it because you want to. Think about it first. Is this right for you? Is this what you really want? And I saw that Hanged Man again. Yep, not really making a decision. Not really wanting. You want to gather more information first before you make a decision, which is smart. Okay, because somebody's greedy here. Somebody wants what they want, and out of nowhere, they're going to just end up. That's what I was afraid of. Six of Cups, it could be a past life kind of connection, or something that feels familiar, something that feels, maybe you have been with somebody in a situation like this before, or it reminds you of somebody from your past or something like that, or a situation you couldn't, like, there was unfinished business. But here, and so that could be a karmic thing, you know, but here it shows this person, you know, is greedy and satisfied with all that they have, right? Not sharing, just totally stoked on receiving and not giving anything, and just thinking that they deserve the best. Greed, you know, I want more, I want better, I want it now, you know. And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So it's kind of like this greed. Maybe you think that you want, maybe you think what you're going to get out of this is something that's going to be beneficial to you, but really you're not seeing it for what it is that this person's getting more out of it than you are, and basically they're going to end up, or maybe it's you who's going to do this to them, I don't know. But I mean, what you need to know is your greed and you thinking you're getting all that you want out of this is really kind of blinding you. Like, you feel good about this and you see the potential in it, but you're not really seeing that, you know, what it is for them that they'd be getting, and what the benefit, what they're, you know, what it is for them that they want out of it. And so because you can only see what you want out of it and that you're getting what you want out of it, you're not seeing what they could be getting out of it, and that it's really something that you weren't even paying attention to. Like, you don't even see that they could be using you for something that they want, and then they're just not intending on following through on what they said. So I'm just getting that, that's just an example, but I'm getting something about someone being greedy and thinking that they're getting everything they want out of this, and so that's what's, you know, blinding them into not being able to see this betrayal up ahead. Because the Ten of Swords is all about unexpected betrayal. And it would only be unexpected, and it would only be a betrayal in those two words in the same, you know, sentence, because it's someone who you trusted. And they betrayed you because you trusted them. Not because you trusted them, but you trusted them, and that's the only reason they could betray you unexpectedly. Because you wouldn't expect something like that to happen from them. So, I'm not sure how to answer that, really. You know, because, you know, at first it kind of seems like it is good, but is this just momentarily, or it could be you who's greedy, you know, or it could be them who's greedy. Well, either way, it's kind of both of you who are greedy. You're thinking about what you want and that you're getting it out of this situation, but it's really like you're not seeing somebody's gonna fuck you. Or who's the Ten of Swords regarding? Who's the Ten of Swords regarding here? King and Queen of Pentacles. So this is a couple here. So it could be both of you. But why would that be both of you? Could be money related. It could be security related. Independence related. What else do you have for us about Ten of Swords? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, it's about money or possessions or security. Death, which is Scorpio, but also represents drastic change or ending. That's the unexpected betrayal. Somebody wants to experience something new and they make it anything they want. So I feel like he might turn around and do the same thing to you. Like, you know, he's making this escape here in this relationship that he's been in, and going to, you know, he's going to be like the fool and, you know, take a risk and go and do something new and exciting. So this Ten of Swords, if it's represented by death, which is a drastic change or ending, I feel like with the Fool there and the Magician, you know, the drastic change and ending is the betrayal, and what they're going to be doing is wanting to be set free, and, you know, basically they're going to go and manifest whatever it is. They're going to go towards whatever it is they feel like is right for them, or can bring them whatever they're wanting to have in their life. So it's kind of like the same thing I feel like they're doing right now in the relationship they're in to get to you. It's like the ideal for them, and they're going to try to create that. But I feel like it's going to be the same thing to you. Like, they're going to do the same thing to you. And, you know, take a risk and go towards somebody else. That's how you're going to get fucked over. Or it could be you towards them, you know, that's doing that. So I would just be careful, because the Ten of Swords doesn't play. Like, it's hard to see that as not like you're going to get unexpectedly betrayed. It's like, it's the Ten of Swords. You're going to get unexpectedly betrayed. And that's not ever good. There's no way to look at that like it's good, you know? But hey, it might be something you have to play out. right? Because we did see Libra in there, and Justice. It's like maybe you have to do that to balance out the karma that you carried over into this life or something. Eight of Swords, you feel stuck. But it's not really that you're stuck, it's just self-imposed restriction. Meaning that you can walk away at any time, but it's uncomfortable to do so, or you don't really know how to do it, but you can. It's not like anyone's holding you there, you know. But you feel just like it's an inconvenience. See, again, we get these two cards. We already got these. We're getting them again. Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. So something about having to do with money, or it could be an earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that they go towards. You know, maybe that's the person they go towards next. Or they fuck you over with something to do with money, or that you're not able to be self-sufficient, or they leave you out on your ass. You know, you're not self-sufficient anymore. Like, you're not secure. They fuck that up for you. Maybe they take, yep, Three of Swords, third person, or basically broken heart or loss. But in regards to the situation, I feel like Three of Swords would be talking about another person here, or just basically heartbreak. So we're not talking about monetary loss, really, right? Because that wouldn't really be heartbreaking. That would be just fucked up. Ten of Pentacles, see, it keeps talking about money. Security, this is like the best you can get in regards to security. Like in, you know, comfortability and, you know, having everything you need. And if that's the Ten of Swords, and this is what this is about, then I would just be careful about, you know, having your own back, making sure that you're always self-sufficient. Don't give your bank passwords away, or your bank PIN, or anything like that. Like, don't share too much with the person. Like, still have your own self-sufficiency no matter what. Then you don't have to worry about them fucking you over or anything, because you still have you. Hi, Empress. Okay. Who are the Aries people out there? Are there any Aries people out there? It is Aries season, so that's why I'm asking. Jesus. Abria, are you an earth sign person? Or a younger fire sign, or a younger air sign? Whoever's younger, they're an air sign or a fire sign. Is that correct? But in other words, looking at these cards and what they mean, this is someone who can't let something go. This is taking action impulsively without really much forethought, and so there could be some regrets later depending on your temperament and your personality. Like, some people will not have any regrets when they act impulsively because that's just how they always are, like fire signs. But it's kind of a premature move, and you may have some regrets later. And then the Nine of Pentacles came out twice, actually, and what that represents, I feel like, for you is, you know, either an earth sign person or maybe the person who's a bit more secure in the situation. There is a reunion that is possible. They did say, or it looks like they see the situation as maybe something that happened too fast. Maybe they feel like they don't want the reunion to happen too fast because they can't let something go yet. We're both Pisces. So it seems like maybe they can't let something go yet, you know, and they think it would be too soon to have a reunion. What is the Nine of Pentacles here for? Page of Wands again. And Ten of Pentacles. They feel like maybe it was too fast or too soon to really, like, you guys never reached really a lot of security in your relationship, or it ended too quickly. And that's because of something someone can't let go of. Again, Page of Swords again. Page of Swords twice, Page of Wands twice. And Pentacles twice. What does the Nine of Pentacles represent here, please? Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Devil. You can't always get... That's the song I have stuck in my head. Because, well, just because of hearing this, that's what came to my mind. Because it's like, you can have everything you want. And, like, that's the goal, right? But it's really not what you want. It's like, there's so many different ways to go about this. And I think some of them are a bit unrealistic, if I could say that. You know, some of them are a bit in your head's in the clouds. You're not really seeing it for what it is. And it's a fairy tale, you know, it's not really going to happen that way, and that's kind of what you're banking on, but that's what the devil wants, right? He wants you to be chained to an idea, an image, something that isn't real, something that's not going to be good for you, something that's going to be toxic for you, basically, because it's not good for you to believe in fairy tales, right? So I feel like that's kind of what the gig is, you know, it's a pull. The devil is not a good energy unless we're talking about a Capricorn. We haven't spoken 6 years. Well, I did also say that maybe it was too soon for a reunion. You know, it was too soon to, because he can't let something go. That came out twice. Can't let something go came out twice. So it could be both of you who can't let something go. Maybe that's why it's been so long that you guys have spoken, that you haven't spoken. The Empress, well, it looks like that could change. The birth of something, or pregnancy, but you know, the birth of something is what the Empress is. The birth of something. Something with potential. You're so funny. It's been 6 years. So I'm glad you're here, because I'm not psychic, but I do read the tarot cards, and that's what they're saying. So it's nice to have you lead me in the right direction, so I'm not going off in the wrong direction, because you know your life better than I do, right? So, like I said, I'm not psychic, I just read cards. So these can mean so many different things, and I'm glad you're here to clarify that. So, on to the next little section here, the next topic. Nine of Cups. Ooh, 3 9s. I don't know what that means. Hang on a second. I have a book that says all that good stuff. Sorry, I cannot seem to find the book right now because people decided to move my stuff around and I don't know where anything is. So, can't actually look at that for you. That sucks because that's a really good book and that's a really interesting set of nines you got there. So, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. The only thing we don't have is 9 of Swords. The only good thing really here is the 9 of Pentacles, and that came out a few times for this reading, actually. Already. What we have here is a possible new beginning with the Empress down there. Somebody is wanting what they want, and what is that? To be able to take care of themselves and also nurture another. They want self-sufficiency, but they also want nurturing or to give, to be able to give to someone who needs it. You know, to be able to give what they have. It doesn't really talk about partnership in the 9 of Pentacles, but it kind of reminds me of that. Like, they're wanting to give to someone, right? Or to something. They're wanting to help and nurture, you know, keep things alive and keep things, you know, blossoming. The 9 of Wands talks about someone who's hypervigilant and kind of afraid and on guard always. So it's kind of conflicting with each other. Like, this person wants these things, but they also are afraid of them. You know, 3 9s. I wish I knew what that meant. I feel like overall it means there's a struggle when it comes to this. Well, I think what you should figure out first is basically what it is that you know, you guys can't get over. Because there's something that is not let go of for some reason, and if you don't know what that is, then that's probably the first step I'd take, is to find out what it is. You know, what happened that he wouldn't be over, that you wouldn't be over. Like, that's the real issue. Like, how did it end, and why would that be something that would still be a problem? So he's saying basically you moved away and that's why. Like, he cheated on you, but then, like, you left, so of course he was going to get with her, is what he's saying, instead of not fucking up again. Trying to see you more. So, he wasn't really dedicated to it then, or he thought it would be easier, I guess, to just be with that person, right, that lives over there. You know? Right? Basically, he was, like, cheated, and he already kind of fucked up, and he wasn't going to put more effort out into something he was already feeling was dying or something. I mean, the thing that distracted him from you in the first place is not leaving, and you are, so he's like, obviously you weren't the love of his life, because if you were, he would have not done that, but second of all, he would have been like, I mean, I can't say what people would do, you know, but it's like, kind of, unless you guys were, like, very young at that time, and maybe he just didn't know, but obviously now he still looks at it like, it's not too anything. It's been 6 years. It's not too anything. You're being too much of an asshole if you think it's been too soon, you know? Like, because you can't let go of something. Like, no. Like, I feel like that's just, like, it's always about what he wants, right? Like, it's always just, it's too for him, you know? It's too for him. Like, but it's like, no, it's just, you're dramatic, bro. Like, you're just, like, petty. Kind of, like, high maintenance. Like, you have to, like, sacrifice a lot to make sure that he's happy. Like, you have to fucking hold yourself back and make sure you're not saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. And that's, like, stupid. King of Cups. That could be Pisces. It's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone who cares at a distance. Three of Cups. Maybe you guys should just be friends for now. Oh. That's even worse. Oh god, that's so dramatic. That's so, he's blame shifting. You moved and left me. Okay, I invited you to come with me. Like, we are, if we're in a relationship, we're supposed to, like, that's just so childish for him to blame you like that. I feel like you can do so much better than to deal with somebody who's so immature like that, who can't even, like, see it from your point of view. Like, why'd you move? Was it an important reason? Do you have to move, or you just wanted to? I mean, obviously it was important to you, and if you're in a relationship, you make things like that work. You don't just blame the other person because they thought something was gonna work out better for their life, so you, like, you left me, and that's why I cheated on me, first of all, and then got with the person I cheated on you with and left you, because it's your fault for leaving. Like, no, that's not how it works. You don't cheat on me. You could have left me before you cheated. But you cheated and then you left me. So, just for his own security. If you want a personal reading, you can go ahead and donate. It's $5.55 for one question, $7.77 for two, and $11.11 for 3 questions, plus a bonus oracle reading, okay? All of the information's in the description below, okay? And I was living with my mom. I was only 21. I had no money, so I followed my mom. Right, so that's obviously something you can't really control, you know? And he's, like, not understanding of that. So fuck him. I mean, to this day, he's still saying it like that. Like, to this day, he's still saying, you left me, it's your fault. Like, he just doesn't want to accept it all, but maybe that was a little bit fucked up how he did that. That's not good. That means he's not taking responsibility for his part in hurting you. And that means that he's not really considering you and how you feel, and that's not going to be fun for you. You know, like, after all this time, you can't even just be like, yeah, that was fucked up. No, it has to be your fault still. I just think it's better that you don't get involved in that. It's like, it's been 6 years, let it go. You know, like, let him go, because he let you go, and he does not even take that into consideration. Chariot. Looks like you're going to go towards it anyway. 4 of Pentacles. Make sure you have your foundation set. 7 of Swords. Yeah, don't... Be careful, you know, who you trust into your foundation, because you're trying to build a foundation. You're trying to make sure that you're secure and that you have what you need, right? Save your money. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you have what you need. So whoever you invite into your sphere of life, whatever that looks like for you, whatever... You know, whoever you have around you, you just need to make sure that they're not just using you for your money or your valuables. If you have valuables or something of value, it looks like 7 of Swords can represent somebody stealing something or walking away with something and you not ever finding out, or them hoping to never be revealed, you know, or them hoping to never be confronted. But the Chariot says you're going to walk towards something, you're going to make a decision down a certain path, but you really have to, you know, decide which path you're going to take. You know, there could be 2 different paths, there could be a million. But basically the point is there's more than one, and you have to choose which one. You can't have any, you can only have one, right? You can only go down one path. And you have to choose between these paths, these different options you have, and you have to choose carefully. Obviously. Go toward what makes you feel the best, what makes most sense to you, and what you feel like would not be something that would drain you more emotionally. There's something you feel like is empty inside of you, so don't try to fill that with this, you know, a person that you don't even really want to, like just any person, you know what I mean? Not just anybody deserves your time and, you know, effort in a relationship like that. Some people aren't going to give as much as you give. Some people aren't going towards the same goals you have in regards to a healthy and loving relationship. I mean, sometimes it's just a waste of time. It's just like, don't, you know, spin your wheels for no reason. Also, it looks like it could be talking about some new project or some new thing that is going to make money eventually, or some kind of like new endeavor that you're going toward that will eventually be successful, like some kind of hobby maybe, or some kind of job, or some kind of like idea. Okay, so it's the beginning stages of that, and I feel like that's what you should focus on right now. Is something that, you know, something new. The early stages of it are just, you know, beginning, and it's something that could bring you success and security. That's something that you're going towards as well. You're kind of in the driver's seat right now, you know, unless you give it away. Hold somebody accountable for something. Like, don't just let it go. Don't let them just, you know, think that that's okay to do to you, you know. The Tower and the Devil. Yeah, so, Capricorn, but also talking about, Two of Pentacles came out, so you're weighing your options here. I feel like you do go down different paths that probably aren't all that great for you. You're not sure. You kind of know which one's best for you, but you don't really you don't know if you're going to go towards the one that's best for you, and you're kind of contemplating like, which one should I go towards, what's better for me, you know. And it's something that you should really, you know, choose carefully. It's something that can really mean a lot and weigh a lot, you know, weigh pretty heavy in your life and affect you. So make sure you're like considering all the moves you make, all the serious moves you make. And when it comes to your heart, you know, don't just take it lightly. Like, know that long term it will affect you, and that will affect everything in your life. So some people just are best to be let go of, you know. I keep seeing the Empress here, so I feel like, in the Queen of Wands. So I feel like there is some kind of new, the birth of something, and it could be a pregnancy with the Empress, but it could also just be talking about like a new beginning of any sort. But with the Queen of Wands coming out twice as well as the Empress, I feel like we're talking about a new stage of your life where you're not needing to be in a relationship. I'm not saying you've never been in one, or I'm not saying you have been in one the whole time since you've been gone. Like, maybe you feel like, I've been single, but which is fine. But it seems like this is your time and your moment to like really be standing in your power. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. It's like you're handling shit. You're not needing to check in with anybody. You're very self-sufficient. You're handling your life, your priorities, and you're getting shit done. And you're making shit happen. And you're not like sorry about it. And you shouldn't be. So I see you as single for now. 5 of Wands. There's tension. Regarding what? Something you can't let go of. Oh, I'm sorry, Prince of Swords, it's Knight of Swords. There's tension regarding something unexpected. What is that? You don't know what's going to happen next, or you feel like maybe something bad's going to, or you feel like something is going to happen that you have no control over, or maybe there's something you have no control over that you feel like is out of the blue that just came upon you. Wait. What was that? Did I say Page of Wands or Prince of Wands? I mean Swords. I should have left that out. Did I say Prince of Swords? That's knights, right? Like it's not pages. Are there pages in here? Or is there just Prince and Princess? I forget how this deck works. I haven't used it in a while. I don't know. There's a decision you make without really thinking about it. And that's what I think you should be careful with. Hey, Feisty. So what time is it? 6:44. Okay, I'm gonna get off in like 15 minutes, you guys, at 7 o'clock. So I'm just letting you know now that I'm gonna be 15 minutes longer. And then I'm gonna hop off here, because I gotta go to sleep for a couple hours. Wake up and do some stuff for the day. Because it's 6:44 a.m. for me right now. I started at 5. Around 5:15. 5:20. So maybe I'll stop this at 5:20. Well, it's not necessarily, the thing about it is you don't know if the person is ever going to have kids, so we can look into that, but, you know, I can't say, I don't think anyone, well, the thing is you can't ask that question. Like, I'm not psychic, I read the cards, so if we're going to ask that question, we have to say, what's the likelihood of somebody actually having children? Like, do you see children in this person's life, you know? And we look at that first, and then, you know, if it's a definitive yes, which I don't do yes or no questions or answers, but if it's like a definitive yes, like based on the cards, like it's like I can't see that any other way, then we'll ask when. And the way I do time frames is sometimes what happens when I ask for a when, it'll give me an energy of a person. Like, if, you know, when they're self-sufficient, it'll show me like when they're 9 of Pentacles or 10 of Pentacles, or, you know, so I'll just say, you know, whenever you are ready to financially, you know, that's what that means. But if we're looking at like time frame, you know, I look at the number of the next card that comes out, and that's worked for me in the past. You know, people have been like, oh, you said it was going to be the 10th of the month, and it totally was the 10th of the month, you know? And it's like, so that's how I do time frames, but a lot of times too, it'll just give us the energy of a person, like what they're going to be going through or feeling, or what's going to be happening, and what position they're going to be in at that time when it's the time. So it'll kind of give me like what kind of, you know, way to describe it. Like, usually it just is very clear that, oh, okay, well, whenever you're self-sufficient, or whenever, you know, you're emotionally open and ready to actually accept, or, you know, whatever it is, when you're healed, or whatever the cards say, you know. Hi, Azalea. You want your own mini-me so bad, Feisty? You're funny. Yes, they are. Perfect timing because I'm going to get off here and at 7 o'clock, which, well, 6:48 it is for me now. So yeah, definitely still taking donations. For show. Can I ask you why you want kids? I'm just curious why people do that. I just don't understand. I mean, I feel like people have different reasons, obviously, but what's your reason? Do you know? Or do you have a reason? Azalea? Well, obviously you have a reason, but I'm just curious what yours is. Just out of pure curiosity, not to judge you or anything. Just to know and understand what people are thinking and why they do things. So yeah, Azalea, I did get your donation. So 2 questions. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and do yours. Your questions. Just go ahead and post them, you know, whenever you have them ready. And I will get started for you. So, what are David Scorpio's intentions toward me? New connection. New connection, okay. What's up with this Scorpio person? Can we know about the Scorpio person? David. Can we know about the Scorpio person? David. What his intentions are toward Azalea. Can we know what David's energy is, please? Can you give us David the Scorpio's energy, please? What is his energy currently toward Azalea? What's the energy of David? What's the energy of David? What energy do you want to bring forth about David? What do you want to bring to our attention about David and his energy? What can you tell us about David's energy? The Wheel of Fortune. We have, you know, it's funny, Mars comes out, and traditionally Mars does rule Scorpio as well as Aries. Nowadays, people just see it as Aries, but traditionally it does rule Scorpio as well, Mars. So interesting. We see a person who gets lucky a lot and a person who doesn't back down from fights or is kind of, you know, assertive, like not really afraid, not aggressive necessarily, but just very, dominant, I guess, confrontational maybe, or like they'll say what's on their mind, you know, they assert themselves, or they're like have this energy of like, you know, they'll put themselves out there kind of energy. Couple of here before I leave Earth. And I always wanted to have my own kid to take care of. It's like unconditional love. Yes, he very much says what's on his mind, very open. What other energy do we have from the Scorpio person, please? What do we need to know about David's energy? So if he gets lucky a lot, then we can say maybe, is that the case that maybe he expects to get what he wants always, because he usually gets what he wants? I don't know. Like, why would it tell us that? He gets lucky a lot, so maybe he expects to get what he wants. Tell us anything else we need to know about David's energy, please, in regards to Azalea. David's energy in regards to Azalea. What do we need to know about his intentions toward her, please? Any intentions that he has towards her? What do we need to know about those? What can you tell us about his intentions toward her? Queen of Wands. Okay, let me get more information before I go into that. Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands. All right. A lot of passion here, you know, a lot of independence, a lot of individuality, a lot of self, you know, it's self. But there's also Ten of Cups, so it's like somebody doing what they want. Yeah, making it really into anything you can make it, anything you want to make it into with the Magician card. The Magician, it's like you can manifest this into whatever you want. They believe it can become whatever they want, but the thing is, they believe it will be Ten of Cups, but also Ten of Wands, which represents to me, maybe they're thinking like it's going to be a lot of work, you know, and it's going to be like they're doing most of the work, you know. Like maybe that's something that's happened to them in the past. I'm not sure why that would come out like that, but Ten of Cups as well. Four of Swords, so there's a break, the rest period, there's a healing that, yep. So yeah, it must have happened before in the past because they're healing from something. You know, we're talking about, you know, this Ten of Wands. It's like, where does that come from? And it's like, that's kind of what they assume the situation will be like. It will be like they're handling the whole situation on their own, or they're carrying all the weight. Why would they feel like that with you if they don't even know? And I feel like it's because of a past thing, and then healing comes out, so obviously that's confirmed there. That's kind of their perception on relationships, because that's what's happened in a past relationship or very recent situation. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords. This has been happening a lot tonight. Well, actually, it just happened once with the nines, and now it's with the sixes. 666. Ooh, that's bad juju. Damn, I wish I had that book. So Six of Pentacles. Okay. The give and the take. Yeah, it's equal. It's got to be equal. Six of Cups, past life or memories. Six of Swords. Someone left. Someone leaving. Someone else behind because of Two of Swords. Wasn't able to say anything about it. Matched on a dating app. We've been connecting so well. Lots of communication. We're going to meet soon. Okay. So there's a give and a take. He's concerned with something that needs to be equal. Like giving and taking needs to be equal. The exchange, you know, of the interaction needs to be equal. Because obviously he already has this preconception that it will be him carrying all the weight. And so, you know, I'm not surprised that this is coming up, that, yes, Teresa, yes, they are, yes, definitely. So he's kind of got this concern with, like, okay, you know, give and take and what's equal. Like, if you have it, you know, to give and I don't, like, will you give it? And if I have it and you don't, I'll give. Like, you know, the even exchange of, like, I have your back, you have mine. You know, when I'm down, you catch me, and when you fall, I'll catch you. You know, whatever the expression is. But basically equality, you know, give and take there. Because Scorpios really do want that, you know, like, they're very serious about, like, you're all or nothing. Like, you know, like, I trust you where I don't, and, like, I only trust you if you're all in this, if I can trust you, you know, if you're committed to this, and, like, you're gonna give it your all, like, I'm gonna give it my all, and so I can't do anything half-assed, you know, like, I'm not gonna, like, kind of be there for you. It's like, we're in or we're out, like, you're in or out of the club, you know, with Scorpios. So it's like, I'm not surprised that that's, you know, they're, like, concerned with the given, they're concerned with it being an equal exchange. Like, are you as serious about it as I am? Like, I need you to be, like, committed to this and, like, serious about it, and, like, willing to, like, put as much effort as I am out there, because then I know that you're, you know, somebody I can trust. Okay, and then Six of Cups, it's like a memories or something nostalgic. Six of Swords, I feel like somebody left, and Two of Swords, they had nothing that they could really say. Or maybe they're going to be traveling soon, too. Memories, though. It could be a past life connection, like you guys feel familiar. Like that's something that can happen. Like the Six of Cups a lot of times means, you know, past life kind of energy, if you believe in that. It's just something that feels familiar. It feels like you have to like make something happen, like you've known each other before type of thing. Six of Swords is traveling, moving, you know, making, like across the water, traveling. Maybe you guys have to travel kind of far to see each other. And then Two of Swords, it's like somebody doesn't know their contribution. Somebody doesn't know, like, if it's going to be worth it. You know, they don't know if what they're going to give is going to be returned. You know, that's what I'm kind of feeling with that. Like, they're kind of, they're overly worried about that. You know, it's like a concern for them, that kind of issue. He did say that I felt so familiar, like we have known each other for a long time. Well, that's exactly what that means, which is kind of funny. So, let's see. So he wants all in or nothing. That's what I would say is what it looks like with that. And what was your second question? Like, I would say that he's not even, like, he wants something that's, like, serious, and he doesn't really trust that it will be. Like, he doesn't really trust from the gate that, like, he doesn't give it, like, a fresh chance, you know? He's pretty much seeing it as it's going to be, like, he's doing, like, he obviously is still not healed yet from whatever past. Well, they say Scorpios don't let things go, and they hold grudges, but, I mean, I think he wants, like, intimacy and commitment. It's just that he's kind of looking at it negatively right now because of a past situation, so it may be hard to kind of gain his trust or to convince him that it's not just going to be all, like, you know, you might be up against some kind of, you know, baggage that he's carrying a little bit there. Should I give it a chance? She wants to know if it's worth her time. That's really a question only you can answer, but I feel like that's something that, you know, I feel like if you're committed to it, then why not, you know? Like, if you can be that person that he can trust, then why not, you know? Because then he'll be fine, but yeah, no, I get you. The cards that came out were Six of Wands and the Death card, which is Scorpio, so I feel like traveling right toward, no, Six of Wands, sorry. That's attention and support, people cheering you on. And then Scorpio, this person could be encouraging to you, and you could be encouraging to them. Like, you guys are, like, giving each other a lot of attention, cheering each other on, encouraging each other, lifting each other up, you know, praising each other. Like, it could be a positive energy for you, an uplifting energy. And it could be a drastic change for you, like a big change. I feel like you're kind of going towards it. The sun feels good in this energy. Things are out in the open. Things are seen for what they are. Things are realized, you know. Whatever was in the dark comes to light. So I feel like you are going towards this and you're seeing it very clearly. Seven of Pentacles means it could take a while, though. What's going to take a while for you to see clearly? And I did get you guys' donations, by the way. I'm just going to finish these, this donation reading, and then I'll start on the other ones, okay? What is the Seven of Pentacles here for? What's the Seven of Pentacles here for? What's the Seven of Pentacles here for? He said we would make a good team. My only wife is 10 years younger than me, but he said it doesn't matter to him. Okay. What's the Seven of Pentacles here for? Five of Wands. Okay. So, Five of Wands is bickering and tension. So this could be seen as you're going to travel towards him. Or I'm sorry, not travel, that's Six of Swords. You're going to be uplifted and given a lot of attention, and it feels very good, right? But then the Seven of Pentacles is like it's delayed and you're waiting for something. So what is that? The Five of Wands, Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Maybe there's tension in the way you guys collaborate, or there's some kind of like, there's more than one person having tension here. It's not just you two, it's like the group, the circle of people, or maybe friends, or maybe family, that are kind of like not really happy with something that you guys are involved in, and it could have to do with collaborating in some way, like trying to work together on something is not really working. People have different views and different values, different, you know, ideas of what they want to do or how they want to do it, how it should be done. King of Pentacles is talking about somebody who's overly concerned with money or possessions. So I feel like it does have to do with money, or it has to do with security of some sort. Maybe you guys are like moving in with a lot of people, or a few people, you know, and it's causing some drama. There's some tension here because you guys have differing values. It could just be you two having differing values, of course. Three of Pentacles, it has to do with the collaboration. Like, it's hard for you guys to collaborate. There's some tension here, some clash. And it could take you a while to see where you guys really clash, because at first it just, you guys are lifting each other up and praising each other so much that it's like, you know, it's the beginning. It seems like it's all great, and you guys are going to get along great, but then you start to see where there's differences, right? And it could have to do with the security of someone versus somebody else. It's just not matching. And Aries energy here is what I get to. And the Prince of Swords. Prince of Swords. So something can't be let go. Somebody's independence, somebody, you can't really let go of the youngness maybe, because the Emperor takes care of things. And maybe if it's about somebody's security and somebody's like ability to take care of themselves and be matching yours, then I feel like that's could be partially why, is because they're not at your level and you feel like you have to be responsible for them or something. Like you're the one in control and calling the shots, and you know, they can't move forward, or you can't move forward. It's limiting. You know, something's holding you back here. Okay. I feel like you can try to go towards it. Like, there's nothing saying it's going to be a horrible thing. It's just basically like you guys have there's differences that you might not see yet, and you're going to see them eventually, and it might cause a lot of tension between you. And not to say that it's not worth it or you guys can't work it out. It's just that I think it has to do with like the stability you guys both, like one person is more stable than the other, and that kind of gets in the way of you guys progressing forward, because you're always having to like stay behind because of that person, or because they're not, you know, there yet, or maybe them towards you, but somebody is the one who's like kind of more self-established and in a position to really call shots in their life, and the other person kind of needs that person. Like, it's not really going to feel like two adults, right? It's going to feel like somebody's responsible for somebody else, or somebody makes all the major decisions in the relationship, and it's not an equal thing, you know? It's not like it's both of you guys equally calling the shots. You're just both not in the position to like really certain times have a say in things, you know? And that could get old, or that could hold you back, make you feel held back, or like you're missing out on something, or like you're delayed, being held back by that. Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with going towards it. It's just that you might have a lot of differences. Ten of Swords came out, so somebody might end up leaving someone abruptly. And it could be you leaving them, like maybe you find somebody better. Well, what's the Ten of Swords here for? I was going to move on right now, but I just saw that, so I had to include it. Queen of Cups. Something more nurturing or something more... Like if you become less nurturing and they might think like, okay, I'm giving up on this. Like I'm going to try to look for somebody who's nurturing more. Maybe because you get fed up or something. Or maybe that's what you're looking for, is someone who can nurture you more because they are more in a position to or something. King of Cups too. That means that's a relationship. It could be both of you guys. I feel like there will be a relationship though, because King and Queen of Cups coming out with the same suit, that's obviously talking about a relationship between two people. That's usually what that means. So it could be both of you guys fucking each other over. I mean, with the Ten of Swords there, you know, it could be that you both are kind of mutually over it, or there's some... Ten of Swords is a betrayal though. So, okay. Okay, let's see. So we have... Okay, we have Kim, Charissa, and Charissa again. Charissa. Let me know how you say your name, because sometimes I get things wrong with my vowels. So, okay. That's not vowels, but you know. So Kim has 1, and then Charissa has 2. Thank you, guys, and Azalea as well. Appreciate it. Of course. Okay, and okay. So yeah, whenever you're ready, Feisty and Charissa, you know, whoever posts the question first, I guess. Let's go ahead and post your question. Feisty, and then your questions, Charissa. So Feisty said, I wanted to know, why do I keep seeing 222? Like, what are my spirit guides or angels trying to tell me? Let's see. What are Feisty's spirit guides trying to tell her with numbers 222? What are Feisty's guides trying to tell her with the numbers 222? So, hang on. I always jump to conclusions, but it's like Ace of Cups. Okay, hang on. Wonder what are Feisty's angels Three of Cups. Just the two of us. Three of Wands. There's something you're looking back on from the past, or a friend, where there was a lot of happiness there, a lot of potential overwhelming happiness. Could have to do with a really good, strong friendship. Now you're regretting something. Aries card came out. You know, it's like you were responsible for somebody and nurturing them, or maybe you didn't do that in the relationship. Like, you look at it like that was a position either that you withheld or that you needed to withhold that you didn't. Like, there's a looking back on how it all came to be, and you're kind of like having thoughts about somebody being in control of something and nurturing someone. You know, like maybe being the one in charge, or being the one who was reliable in this situation. Ten of Pentacles. Financially reliable, or well, I feel like reliable in all ways. Like, so this is about somebody that you were friends with, I feel like. You're thinking about the past. You're thinking about how you've created, you know, the person you are now, and how you've come to this point now, but you're thinking about this past connection. You know, it could have been a friend, or it could have been, you know, I feel like there was definitely another person involved. Like, it was an overwhelming experience of happiness. And you're thinking back to, like, you know, it. So why is this important to her? Why is this important to her? Why is this important to Feisty here? Yeah, there's disappointment. Crying over spilt milk here. You can't go back and change the Three Cups knocked down. All you can do is take these two cups here and have a new opportunity to do something different, right? So you got to change it up about what you're doing. You think about the past, and you're thinking about like how you would have changed things, and maybe the two's there because it's saying you don't get two chances. The two cups standing there, right? The two cups standing there. You have two other chances to do something different. You could do the same thing, right, with these cups that you did with these, and you can get the same thing and have the same result, being just disappointed as fuck about the past, something you cannot change. You could have regrets, you know, if you do the same things you always did. But if you do something different, you take these two cups, you go across this bridge back here and go to this castle that represents uncharted territory. It means you do something different. You switch it up. You do something different this time. You know, you have two cups there. You have two new chances. Maybe that's why the twos are coming out there. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and King of Cups out here, which means a relationship, Leo. But also that it's going to take strength for you to not fall victim to your own temptations or to your own ways that are not healthy for you. Toxic ways or toxic habits, you know, behaviors, tendencies, attitudes. Like, stand strong in the fact that you need to do something different if you're going to have a change here and take these two new chances. Something about a friend, because the Three of Cups is a friend, a really great friend, a really caring, genuine person, friend. Someone needs to take responsibility for something. It could take a while for someone to let something go, and it could be you or it could be the other person. It's hard to let something go because somebody needs to own up to it and take responsibility. I feel like there's no closure, there's unfinished business, there's things left unsaid because somebody hasn't owned up to their part of the why it's not good friends anymore or something. Why you guys are no longer like really close and genuine with each other. Yeah, somebody's not committed. It says you know what it's talking about. Your intuition is usually correct. You should trust your gut. Here with the Knight of Wands is talking about somebody who is not committed. You know, somebody who could have been non-committal in the past and kind of like high and dry left you, or basically left you, you know, in the dust. on to the next most exciting, important thing to them that could catch their attention and stimulate them. They're fast movers. I feel like there's something that you regret, you know, and there's something that you wish you can go back and change, or you're kind of trying to think about how you would do that, and you just need to do something different than you did last time. Just make sure you change up. Like this time around, just, you know, I feel like this bond could still be saved, because you have those 2 cups, 2 new opportunities, and you need to kind of do something different than you would normally do, or than you did in that situation. That's the only way to see progress, is to not do the same thing over and over. You know, you're going to do the same thing over and over, get twice as hurt, and I think you need to do something different. And you should see more, a better opportunity for success there. Yeah, there's changes that you need to make that you're not making right now in life. Well, I mean, this could have been the recent past, or right now, but it could be right now if a lot of changes are taking place in your life. I feel like obviously this has already started. Just remember with the Tower, you know, you can't go around it, you can't go over it, you have to go through it. So make sure you're facing these things, and these changes are going to happen in many different areas of your life. So I feel like it's basically just a transformation, something that's going to break down completely and then build back up, and it's just because you haven't been making the certain changes you need to make. So that's when the Tower comes out, is when there's certain changes that need to be made. So that's the thing too about those 2 new ideas, those 2 new chances you have. Like, you got to figure out what it is that you need to change, and then go about changing those things, you know, because that could be your best hope here, is changing those certain things and not doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Okay? 2 new opportunities to do something different. I think that's what that means. Okay, and then, of course, and then we have, I'm not sure who it all is, Charissa, or Charissa. Yes, I think that was the only other one, right? How does Price really feel about me? Charissa, how does Price really feel about me? How does Price really feel about Charissa? How does Price really feel about Charissa? How does Price really feel about Charissa? They're hanging on. They're going to take a step back and try to gather as much information before taking action. So their actions are delayed right now. They're not really making a move toward you yet. Whatever actions these are, I mean, it could be any action, but you're not going to see much action from them for now, until they've gathered enough information where they feel confident enough to make the next move, in whatever direction. There's tension here, or there could be tension that takes place, like them. This isn't actual physical fighting usually, it's just basically like bickering and stuff that's not important, like it's childish game, you know, it's just ego battles. So let's see what else here. Are you facing some kind of issue with them to where they might act out, or you're wondering what they're going to do and how they really feel, because they're trying to gather more information, and then we see the tension there. So what is this tension? You know, when does it provide? Okay, the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, and the Death card. Scorpio, Gemini. So here, we're seeing tension, and then it has to do with your guys' relationship. Like, you know, whatever type of relationship this is, probably a love relationship, but if not, it's just basically talking about your guys' 2 different sides, like the man and the woman, and the masculine, the feminine, you know? Like the 2 different sides of this, like the duality of it, you know? The duality of the situation, differences in the situation. And the Queen of Pentacles represents a person who's self-sufficient, has their shit together, and the Death card represents drastic change or ending. So somebody has a drastic change or ending in regards to their financial situation, or being self-sufficient in general, like being able to take care of themselves. They feel like they don't have that anymore. and that's a drastic change for them, or an ending. But the Fool shows that they're going to be going off, taking an adventure, like doing something exciting and, you know, not worrying about shit. And the Wheel of Fortune just kind of says that's going to be okay, like, to do that. Like, I feel like they're just kind of... You know, the Wheel of Fortune's here, but I feel like there's a duality. Like, what's the duality? Like, you're fighting about some differences. Okay? Somebody's left out in the cold and abandoned. Right? Because the Five of Pentacles, you know, abandonment, left out in the cold. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the Death card. Or the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card, which means it would be a good idea for them to take a leap of faith and exit the situation, or make a drastic change, or make an ending, right? The Empress talks about pregnancy, or basically a new beginning, the birth of something. How does Price feel about Sharisa now? Leaving. Either you left or they are leaving. Either you walked away or they're thinking about walking away. Don't get me wrong, though. It's not like deuces, bitch. It's like they're reluctant. You know, they're not like happy about it, but they're still doing it. And that's the point. They're doing it. They are walking away. For some reason, they're walking away. Or traveling, making distance for some reason. He feels like he has to make distance or get away or... Yeah. Yeah, see? You guys are going to be taking a break, probably. The Four of Swords is all about temporary break, you know? And usually it comes back together because we're talking about temporary, not permanent. The Star, the Ace of Wands, the Devil. So here's the thing. Wheel of Fortune. The thing is, though, you guys have, like, a lot of hope here and a lot of faith. If you guys have the faith, then obviously you can make anything happen. But there is going to be a rest period or a break or some distance between you. Now, the Star card represents Aquarius. The Ace of Wands represents an opportunity to take action. And the Devil represents, you know, toxicity. And Capricorn. So there's a break and some hope there, though, that you guys will, like, return. Resting, right? Then hope. Then taking action towards something that is toxic, or something that's, you know, there's a tie to it. It's like an urge. It's a temptation. It's something that's a lot harder to just say no to, you know. Right. The Lovers comes out again with the Five of Wands again. Two of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Empress again. I feel like you're going to go towards this, but it's going to be something that may be different for you or a bit tense. There are differences in you, a lot of them. But you guys come together at one point and you feel at least connected. But then the thing is, you have to keep collaborating. In order to keep this strong, you have to remain open and collaborate. Like this person, I think, you know, they're walking away for now. But we saw that as temporary, and we saw them as coming back at some point. But right now they're making distance, and I would just let them have that. You know, just so that they can actually feel like they're coming back for their own reasons and not obligation. But there's potential there. I mean, I definitely think there's potential there. It's just whether or not you guys are both willing to see it at the right time and go toward it when it's most ideal for the both of you. You know, you guys could be getting each other at the wrong time and stuff. I think he likes you, but he's freaked out. Like, he doesn't want to do it yet. He's not ready. But look, temporary break, remember I said? Reunion. Ace of Swords, you'll have the opportunity to communicate how you feel and be heard. So yeah, this is, you guys will, I feel like, make up. Or you'll have the opportunity to explain and resolve yourselves of your situation. Like, instead of just assuming it's okay, it's like you guys speak and communicate. Okay, so the next question. Pisces, I'm going to have to close out the list. I mean, you know, after we're done with this one, but I'm getting tired. Nice. Are you sure? You have a second question you can ask. That's funny though, that's cool. Just let me know if you want that second reading, okay? Or that second question you want to ask. So that's awesome. Are you sure, Teresa? Or Charissa? I'm sorry, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I really am. I'm not trying to do that on purpose, obviously, but... Should I take the trip to Mexico in July? Well, you gotta kind of think about, like, based on what? Like, should you... It says you're afraid something bad is going to happen. And it's not necessarily that it will, but you've been hurt in the past enough to believe that it would, or it's possible. Or you believe that it will. You believe it's not going to be a good experience, or that, you know, maybe you shouldn't go. The Eight of Wands says you're headed in a certain direction with this fear. Can't let something go. There was some type of trauma probably that you can't really let go, and so it's holding you back, and it's making you feel like you don't want to go necessarily, or that there's some reason, you know, it's holding you back. That's the Page of Swords. You're held back by this thing you can't let go of, and it's not like your fault necessarily, you know. It's just something that you really have not much control over. Well, you feel like you don't have much control over it, okay? The Two of Swords is, she has a lot of power. She just doesn't know it. She doesn't know that she's holding swords, you know, because the blindfold. For all she knows, she's holding cucumbers, and she thinks she can't fight back. But really, she's holding swords, right? So she doesn't know the strength and the power that she has. That's what that card means. So that means that you think you're out of control of the situation, but you're really not. Maybe you should just get some help for that anxiety and that trauma that you... Yeah, it's been a long time. It's going to take a while for you to feel comfortable and feel like you have that power to control your own life. For some reason, there's been some trauma that's made you feel like you're out of control because of the sudden, you know, disappointing, you know, nature of trauma. And it's just left you feeling down, but you can do something different this time. You can get the help you need, or get, you know, stay out of that environment. 2 new chances, right, to go across the bridge and meet the castle. Do something different in that uncharted territory you've never been before. And then the Star card represents Aquarius, but also, you know, there's hope in that. Like, have faith in yourself. Know that, like, this is something that you can do. You can heal. You can do something different and not just become disappointed. Like, it's not always going to end the way that it did before. You know, in the way that you're used to, in the way that you're afraid of it ending, it's not necessarily going to. You can do whatever you want with it, though, basically. You can manifest whatever you want. I feel like this is really kind of on you. Like, if you can get the help you need before then, great. But, I mean, if you can't, then it's like, you're just going to go and feel, like, afraid and Ah, that's a great word to describe it. Sheltered. I think you should give it a shot just because Star card there is saying like there's hope in that. You know, there's hope. Have faith in yourself. You'll get through it. Like, don't limit yourself, you know. Have faith in yourself. I feel like maybe you should give it a shot, you know, as long as you're safe. It says out of nowhere you're going to get support, or out of nowhere, like kind of without expectation, you know, out of the blue. You don't see it coming, and there's some support coming your way, or somebody who's offering support, or some kind of maybe connection, affection, some kind of support. I feel like some kind of guiding light. You see, this came out again. This is you feeling afraid and being up at night stressing on this. Somebody's offering that support to you. Yeah, it is about something from the past. I feel like you're thinking about how every moment has led up to this one now, and that is this. Making you stressed out, making you think about, you've been hurt. See the bandage? He's been hurt in the past. He's not paranoid. He really has been hurt in the past. So he knows, he's well aware that he can be hurt again, and that's what he's fixated on. You know, all these things that happened to me and led, you know, I'm at this point here now. How did I get here? Like, all the things that happen, and, you know, maybe you're feeling like you deserved it, you're not good enough, you're not worth anything. Those kinds of thoughts, yeah, it's not true. You're definitely worth a lot. And you need to give yourself a chance. I think you should go for it just because it's something that would be like facing your fears, first of all, and also making you feel more empowered because of that. If it's just going to worry you to death, obviously, I feel like this is a question where it's like you can answer this yourself, you know? Like, because when you say, like, should you go, or, like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know your situation enough to be able to tell you what you need. If it's too much stress, I feel like obviously don't even bother. But if it's something where you feel like you can go and you'll feel better that you went, knowing, you know, afterwards, knowing that you faced your fear and you kind of like enjoyed yourself and like you're glad you did it, and that makes you feel more empowered because you actually were able to do that, then yeah, I feel like you definitely should give yourself that chance to make yourself proud, you know, and make yourself feel worthy of a vacation or somewhere new that you've never experienced before, never explored before, and that would be a good chance for you to do that. That would be a great experience for you to get out of, you know, the energy that you've been in for a while, the city or wherever you live. It's like, you know, you need to go in a different environment and see what's, you know, what it has to offer as far as spiritually goes, you know, as far as healing goes, as far as just ridding yourself of this energy here of not feeling good enough. I think you should go for it. Why not? I think you should definitely try to switch up the scenery and see what's out there for you and see if you can learn anything. That's what I feel like saying to you. Go with a friend that really is genuine to you. Stay close to friends. Friends will uplift you. Good friends, not just acquaintances here. That's not drinking buddies. That's like people who actually give a shit about you are the people you should be around right now. Not negative people, not people that know the narcissist person you're talking about, not people who can affect you like that. Exactly. So you're doing the right thing then. You're following your gut, right? So that's something that, you know, as obviously the cards see that too as a good idea. So nice. I feel like it's going to be a good, yeah, it's going to be good for you. And you should go with a friend, though. You should go with someone who really cares about you. You know, you can trust, and who has your back, and who has your best interest at heart, basically, overall. You know, that's what I feel like that means. Someone who really genuinely cares about you. And they'll care to actually, like, be there for you if you get afraid or become afraid or stress on something or feel down on yourself. So I think you should definitely go with a friend and be spending more time with people that can uplift you, especially right now, you know, while you're feeling like this. So that's, like, the remedy, I feel like. That's the cure. I mean, other things too, but obviously, like, being around people that are positive for you instead of negative, like, that's a big one. Okay, Sharisa, try and do that. Okay. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to close out this live as of right now, and thank you guys. I do appreciate all your donations, your participation, and your energy, your time being here. So I will catch you guys at a later date. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys